Well, we're celebrating our 50th year. We've had some very strong role models in the last 50 years, and it's about using those role models to bring the aspiration up for the women of the future. So that goes from our school children through to the ladies that have moved into the borough or the ladies that have been here for many years. And it's about showing that actually women are equal in Barking and Dagenham. So this Women Empowerment Month is fantastic, and we are the first council in the country to do such an event like this.
I think this is so amazing. I've never been to anything quite like this. It's the first time it's actually happened, and I think it's the most wonderful thing to do. I'm going to start talking about it everywhere I go and trying to get other councillors to do it, because I think it's just really incredible. I love it, and it's kind of the fact that it comes from Barking and Dagenham is just, it's kind of so right on, isn't it? It's like, it should come from a place like this, because they'll love the kind of people, that lovely entrepreneurial, let's do it, let's change things spirit that you get here. I've always loved that.
Because we're celebrating women who are in some way or other contributing to the empowerment of women in our society. And you can see how moving it was tonight when one of the winners was obviously completely taken aback that she'd won, and she's obviously been up against it and struggled against the odds, and she's achieved, and you can. It's a sort of, we've got to develop confidence among women that they can do it. Girls do better than boys at school, young women do better than young men at university, yet you look at what happens in any bit of society, and women still can't find it harder to reach the top. That's really what we've got to break down. And there is still a lot of prejudice against women combining, having a family and being in work, understanding that women may have to take a bit of time off to look after elderly or sick relatives. All that sort of stuff, there isn't a real understanding. And there's still scepticism of women's ability to really contribute in an equal way. So there's lots of battles ahead, but there's lots of stunning women here tonight, and I hope they'll be the leaders of the future.
I think women still need to be given a voice. I think it still is a man's world. It's still a struggle. So events like this celebrate our unsung heroes, the women who are achieving a great deal in their community, but often don't make that known or aren't recognised for it. And what the council is doing is recognising all the talent we've got amongst the women in our borough in so many different facets of community life.
Coming from an historical point, females never had equal rights in society, but there is a gender quake, and in this postmodern society it is starting to change, and I believe that the more female role models we have, the more they are going to inspire other young people, especially females, to realise their potential, and they won't let social barriers determine who they are and what they can achieve in life.
Patriarchy, misogyny, the things that women experience in every walk of life, every day, that can only get better when you work with both genders to make it equal.
When I first started, women were kind of always second on the bill. During the 60s, eventually we became top of the bill. And then there was a time when we almost didn't exist. And then recently, there have been amazing women artists around. People like Adele and Emily Sunday and so many that we've kind of taken over, and we rule now.
And the overall winner for the Woman of the Year for Barking and Dagenham is Cllr.
I'm very pleased, I'm very proud and shocked at the same time, but in a good way. Even today, I never, even imagined that I would have worn anything, And I'm like, wow, this is happening. This is really real. Never give up. Believe in yourself. Never let anyone say that you don't worth it, because we are all priceless.